Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I am still not over how cool that intro is. It's Saturday, Quantum Show stuff. I've had things happen during the week that just things that got me thinking about stuff, right? So I'm going to go over some of them. Hey, everybody in the chat room. Hey, Diane. Hey, Tim. Let me see, go through here. There we go. And what's up, Tim? Everybody's showing up. Man, did I get uh picked by the algorithm or what? Renee, Rachel, OB2, Robot Jim. Yeah, your awesome intro, bro. That's pretty cool. Sarah, and I believe that's everybody for the moment. I halfway expect people to show up, but who knows, right? Who knows? So we'll see what happens. But hope you like the thumbnail that I put up there. I liked it. It had a hard time making this one because I guess I had a hard time describing what I wanted. And yeah, this is the thumbnail for today's show. I think it came out all right. Kind of cartoony, kind of realistic. This is me at the Legion every Friday night. This is what it feels like. That's not what it looks like, but it's what it feels like. And thanks. Yeah, I know. The intro is excellent. Hey, Dorothy, welcome back. Thank you. I love the intro. Human Jim made that. That is a great intro. And I'm just looking at this is the thumbnail. These are the ones that let me show you the ones that didn't make the muster, right? I will just go through and just click through them because they're funny. They're okay, but they weren't really up to par. This was one. Okay. And there's another one. It didn't this one was closer, but the alien was good, but the ghost was too cartoony in comparison. Here's another one. It wasn't supposed to be all aliens. It was supposed to be an alien, a ghost, and me at a bar having drinks together. That was it. And why are there 4 drinks and 3 aliens? Presumably I'm behind the camera as an alien. Here's another one. No, it didn't make it for me this time, right? Here's another one. These guys look scarier. I guess the scariest. But look, what kind of are those American flags? Can you see on the left shoulders? That's interesting. And then here we go. Bigfoot at a bar wearing something like a bandolier or some kind of tactical something. These were the ones that did not make it, right? Another one wearing is he wearing a pin? No. There it looks like something I don't know, little boxes on a something. Another one, just the belt this time. Just the belt. Have pockets, furry pockets. And only 3 fingers on one hand. What? And this one, again, another fail, right? I don't know why these thing Kling is only using one keyword out of all the keywords that I give it. Okay, that's that. And they not they're not bad. They're just not really what I needed, right? And I wanted something to show it didn't understand the headline at all. Holding me back, being restrained. It didn't understand that. So I just went with one that was fun. The guy with the 60s spacesuit, kind of Doctor Who, kind of Star Wars, kind of ghost and alien. That's what I went with. So it was all right. And all of these, I am seriously wanting to make trading cards for the Quantum Show and I'm saving all the artwork for trading cards. I'm not going to sell them. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to have them to say I have them. And I'm not going to send off for them. I'm going to print them right here at home cut them up right here at home, front and back, same deal right here at home. So I want to have trading cards, just, trading cards. I made them for a failed toy line. I could do it for a successful YouTube blog. all the pictures that make the thumbnails and all the ones that didn't make it into the set of cards, right? I don't know if I want to do season 1, series 1, or just open-ended, whatever. So there's that. And there's some other stuff that I saved in this folder. Oh, I thought there was. That was it. Okay. But being held back. Okay. In lieu of my recent situation with this medical stuff I'm having to deal with, I feel like I'm being held back. But every time, 100% across the board, every time I felt like I was being held back in the past, I wasn't being held back. I was being held to not screw something up, to not be involved in something. And I think that might be what's happening now. What would I don't know what I would be doing other than, what I'm doing, but I am not in that reality. I'm in this one where I can't do much of those things that I might have all been involved in, So, okay, that's leading to its own thing. That is leading to that line of thinking is leading to me. Well, if I can't do whatever I wanted to do there, what can I do now? What am I wanting to do now? That's where the idea of the cards is being pushed forth, right? That's one of them. Cards are one idea. Another idea is I was thinking about, you know what? I talked to the leader of the Legion last night. They have an elected president. It's kind of weird, but I might put on a local event right here in Nashville. And my phone heard me and started tossing me all these movie events that have to do with science fiction and aliens and stuff. I'm like, not my speed, right? I want a Paracon. I want a paranormal conference. And I think I want to do it. I think I want to have my own event. It's still just in the idea stage. And I'm thinking how to do this. The first question the person asked me was, are you going to want to have tickets? Is it going to be donations? I'm like, I don't know. What would it take to have something like that? So I'm thinking, she suggested I do it on a Friday or Thursday where people will already be there in the front part, because the back part is like reservation only. And I'm thinking, okay, depending on who wants to participate, would I have to charge? Because I don't want to charge. This is not a money-making thing for me. I mean, if money is meant to happen, it'll happen. It has gone that way before. Dorothy, I hadn't even mentioned it yet. And you're reading my mind. You wonder why you're quantum? Does anybody wonder why they're quantum? And yeah, you typed this before I even said it. I don't know. Had I said it before? I don't remember. And okay, now I'm going to look at the chat. I think you were talking about the cards. Yeah, I think it's a badass idea too. They wouldn't be sealed or nothing. They would be in, card protectors. Those things are super cheap. So I'd put them in sleeves and send them to people, give them away to people, whatever. And the event would be a neat thing to do too. I would love to have an event like that. And Jim is saying, oh, it is Robot Jim. My bad. Doesn't or didn't Amy do stuff like that? She goes to small events. Yeah, she goes to small events. I like to go to small local events. I try. A lot of times I can't make them because of my work schedule. Whatever, that's just the way it is. But I do try to get to local events. and I definitely go to Gatlinburg. And Amy does like to go to local events too. And yeah, September, that's in Missouri. That's going to be in Missouri. That's not close to here. So that's September in Missouri. Mine might be in 3 months because it takes a while to coordinate. People apparently can't just drive an hour away, or, well, I don't know. For me, driving an hour away is, unless something's stopping me from doing it, I'll just go. I'll just go. I don't care. I've done it before. And oh boy, I did mention that. Okay. I did mention that. Okay. Maybe. I don't remember. I can barely remember what I did 10 minutes ago, though this time I do. Well, I hope we can make it down, because anywhere in this area from Canada is hard to get to. It's a lot of paperwork, and it's really expensive, and that is unfortunate. It really is, because y'all up there, I think you're in Canada, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you are. And yeah, it's just hard to travel long distances. I have plenty of ideas, Diane and everyone. One of the things I used to do in the Army as a chaplain assistant was event planner, event coordinator, and conductor. I did the job. I ran small events, and they were all like churchy events or unit events for single soldiers. I ran a bunch of them things. Mostly I ran them out of El Paso, out of Fort Bliss, because there's not a whole lot to do in Germany that has to be like, there's no local places to go, at least where I was, as a group, as a sponsor type group event, right? And oh, okay, not in Canada. Then it's easier. Yeah, no, that one that he's going to, BMR, he's going to be in Missouri, and he's going to be doing a couple of different ones. Whatever is on the way to and on the way back, I don't recall. But shout out Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Shout out UFO Michigan UFO and Paranormal. Heck yeah. But I used to be the event coordinator, and I tried to do one, but it got overrun with greedy people. Now, I'm cool with people trying to make a living. I got it. But don't expect me to pay someone like $500 to be able to come and give a 10-minute talk. That ain't gonna happen. Okay. That ain't gonna happen, especially at a thing I don't want to charge tickets for. I'd rather give tickets away, you know? I would rather give tickets away and not restrict anyone from coming in, because the place has got security. It's the American Legion. We are the security. Don't mess around and don't find out. So I was thinking about doing that. And uh Jim has been very inspired lately, because he has been posting pictures on Facebook. Let me find them. I went over a few of them, but there's plenty more. Well, where are they? Oh, come on. I've been saving them all. Let me just do this. He has made action figures for a whole crew of Quantum Show people, which is cool as hell. And I don't know. I really don't know where he's getting his ideas from. Is it me? Is it us? Is it the chat? Is it the things said? I don't know. I'm trying to remember where I. Where did I save them to? I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. They are in the ufology 34. We are now on ufology 35. This is the 35th, where, let me just go through here. I guess I saved him to a different place. But he has made no, that's it. Yeah, let me show, because dude, you're doing an awesome job at these. You really are. I'm going to click through these. I'm going to maximize the screen to where you'll hear me talking, but okay, hopefully it's still on there. Yeah. And this is I think it's N88, the robot, and Nathan. Look how his left side is all blasted off. He's half robot, which is cool. I love it. Here we go. Here's another Nathan version of the Quantum Nathan. He's one of the other ones. Wait a minute. No, this is not the guy. This is not Nathan. This is somebody else. I forget the names that he put to him, but the paint is excellent. The details are excellent. There is the fused Nathan with a backdrop from somewhere. Excellent work. Love the action figure. There's one of the, I don't know if he's a bad guy, but he's standing next to a USB port. But it looks like a USB port. Tell me that does not look like a USB port on the left. But I forget the names that he's put to these guys, right? Here's some more of the skeleton crew in a playset. I'm not sure what playset that is, but it looks really good. Probably something to do with dinosaurs, because that's what I would do. But I love the figures he's coming up with. Here's another one. I don't know the names. And there's another one. I think that's supposed to be Sarah. Shout out Sarah Stafford. There's your action figure, Sarah. There's what you are on the Quantum Show, at least in form, if not. You've got armor and a cape. That's awesome. Looks like you got some armor hanging up waiting for you to put on. Love it. Yeah, that I don't know who that's supposed to be. Maybe Frank in the background. I don't know. Darth Frank. Who knows? There's the guy before painting from the first time when he was standing by the robot. And here is another guy. Is he articulated, dude? That looks awesome. 4 POA. But I don't know, and I don't know what kind of diagram is on the screen back there, but I'm thinking something car. Yeah. You know what? When you're doing something and somebody and someone is inspired to do stuff like this, I can't explain the feeling it gives. It's good. And I showed these. These are card backs. There's a Void Stalker, the skull guy, Void Stalker, and got a QR code. I love the way he did these, and that is the carbonized, where it has the slight sheen over the whole action figure. And I love the phrases he came up with. Where I walk, worlds unravel. That's badass. Mercenary from the collapsed dimension. That's badass. If you're here, then you're quantum. Hell yeah. He is doing such a great job on these. One of these days, I might see them in recirculation. Who knows? You know what? I think I want to do a black series of something like this. But the field has changed so much. And I showed all these before. So, yeah. I showed all these before. I'll go ahead and get out of here. Though there they are. Yeah, he did a great job on these action figures, and he's putting them in situations. He's inspired, and I'm like, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I helped him get to there, because he has been doing most of the memes for the show, the T-shirt. Yeah, you and me both. Hell yeah, I want to have like the 3-inch version, the 3 3/4-inch version, the 6-inch version, and maybe a 12-inch version. Because I got the 5'7" version right here. I'm the life-size version. Hey, Aussie Boss, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I'm just going over a few things. I mentioned I'm wanting to do a Paracon style event here in Nashville. It's in the idea stage, and I'm trying to think of reaching out to the local guys to see if they want to come. I'm thinking psychics, Bigfoot researchers, ufology people, which is me, right? I don't know. That's an idea. I'm wanting to do it, and there's a lot of planning involved. There are agreements to be made. There are reservations and this and that. Is there going to be food? Is there going to? Or am I going to charge tickets? What, you know? I might have to charge tickets just so people don't think this is a junk event. Because a free event is like whatever. But if there's a barrier, like, oh man, that sounds interesting. I could go to that. I can afford to go to that. Well, I want to make it worth it too. And have speakers and vendors. I already know how to do this. I've done it before, but I'm thinking about it's been 20 something years since I've done something like this. That's okay. And okay, being held back. I wanted to touch on that. We're at another like pause break and everything. And I want to go over what do I mean being held back? I feel like I'm being held from failing or from getting screwed up. It's always been like that in the past. So let me just spell it out. As it is, I can't go anywhere comfortably that I wouldn't want to be away from home for more than 3.5 hours or so because of things I got to do medically every 4.5 hours. And I'm a little bit concerned that if I go out and can't meet those requirements out there, I will be in a very bad way. So that's keeping me back from going to all kinds of places. I'm really hoping this gets resolved soon because I am getting sick of this. But here we are. I'm trusting not in the doctors, not in the VA, not in the government especially, but I'm trusting in the way fate is doing me. You know what I mean? I understand when the quantum reaches out, when the spirit side, when the other side reaches out to you, you freaking listen. Because if you don't, you will be in a worse way that you could ever imagine. So that's what I'm doing. Not exactly playing it safe, but taking instruction from a higher power, that's pretty good stuff, right? So I will never know what I'm being held back from, but it's probably nothing good or probably a direction I need to go by being restrained this way. And that's okay. Hey, Valiant Thor, welcome back. It's been a while since I saw you here, man. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I'm about to start diving into the world of ufology in just a couple of minutes. And thanks for coming by the Quantum Show. Because of all of us, you are quantum certified. Tell them I certified you. I'll give them a stamp of approval. And yeah, I feel you, Nathan. I don't feel very comfortable in my body when I'm outside my home for several hours either. Well, it's just a thing. I'm not getting into it, right? But we've talked about it backstage. I'm not sure about that because really, in reality, I'm still 30 years old. Fuck yeah. I don't know. I refuse to let myself be restrained too much. So watch out, world, I guess. Dorothy has you have a good point here, Dorothy. Restraint is in one direction leads to openings in other directions. Better for you overall, even if you cannot know it yet. Yeah, that's the leap of faith I have to take every now and again. And well, I do it. I take that leap of faith. I let it guide me where it seems to know where I need to go because it has always put me in, if not convenient, super interesting situations, right? So that's that. And I've been watching all the podcasts and the shows during the week. There are a lot of. Let me. You know what? Let me look at my show you what my subscription list looks like on YouTube. Right. This is hard to explain, but there are so many shows, and these are just the ones I'm subscribed to. Right. Oh, shout out Paranormal Portal. Brent, you are online right now. I might bring your show up. Just see what's going on over there. Okay, let me show. Getting off of turning Facebook off. Let me just show you what my list of. You know me, right? What? Oh, whoops. Let me do it this way because it doesn't like scrolling through tabs. Yeah, okay. Thank you. It's popping up stuff. Okay. Let me just full screen and I'll just scroll down. Who is on right now? Cryptid Huntress is on right now. Brent from Paranormal Portal is on right now. Starship Adventures. Not everything is paranormal, right? D's Dark Adventures had a thing on earlier. Had a look like a premiere or a stream. I'm not sure. Antiques, Texas Front Porch. Shout out Texas Front Porch. There's the shorts from the people. D's Dark Adventures. Lost Battlefields with Tino Struckman. Lots of premieres. Star Raptor talking about Star Wars. Yeah. But mostly of it's Dogman and Bigfoot. Dogman and Paranormal Research with Jeff Nadolny. I think he's affiliated with Texas Front Porch. Jeff Mara. Okay, Jeff Mara. I'm not criticizing, but do you know what remote viewing is now, Jeff Mara? Because I heard you say remote. You had a guest come on and says remote viewing. What's that? And you had been in this field for how many years? And you don't know what remote viewing is? Come on, man. JD Delay because America. Of course, First Floor Audio. Hell yeah. Alaskan Avenger because America. Lucid Mystic. Okay, that's just some stuff I do. Oh, there's GUFON with I love this info t-shirt. That was funny. Well, parts of it were funny. Parts of it were angering. That's okay. Oh yeah, tech stuff. Adventures with Dash with a generated. I might want to look at that. It's 2 minutes long. I'm not looking at it here. Look at all this paranormal stuff, right? Thunderstrike Ranch looks like UFO to me. Conservative videos to make you laugh. Oh, I think that was on the recommended. I thought it was on subscriptions, whatever. And a lot of paranormal, a lot of bad cop, good cop stuff. Dogman, government cryptid hunter put on the spot. Hunting Dogman and more. That was from Dogman Paranormal Research. Yeah, see? And then Scotty Kilmer, all the time trying to have some kind of clickbait video. I'm leaving. Bye. Yeah, right. He's been saying that for like 3 years. Droids, robots, shocking AI, truth to stun the world this month. Robot fights, Nursebot, Codex, etc. I'm not worried about that right now. But there we go. Right. That is on my oops. There we go. There it is. That is what's on my subscription page on YouTube. I can't watch all that. It's hard to watch all that. I got to go do stuff. Even now, I got clothes in the dryer, right? And I don't know what I'm going to be doing at the break. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is truth to it, and such is the world we live in. That's why I'm looking at it and knowing and wanting to know what's going on. Okay, I'm looking at the chat room again. Hey, Rue, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Thanks for coming by. You know your quantum. I was just going through the quantum the shows that I watch, right? And I can only watch so much before. You know what? You can get burnout. You can get paranormal burnout. You can get ufology burnout because there's so much toxicity in the field. And I just have to walk away from it every now and again and get back to my ghosts because my ghosts like me or they tolerate me. and I've been watching Rich and Amy and BMR and Rob and Michelle, Wayne and Michelle, excuse me. All excellent stuff, right? But in ufology, you have so many people yelling at the other people. I don't want to yell at other people. I want to compare notes, you know? I want to say, hey, when I contacted them, what do you think happened? How does that work in comparison with your contact? But they don't want to talk like that, right? They want to say, you're imagining things. You didn't experience anything. This is real. Yours is fake. That's what I hear. And we're not going to get anywhere with that kind of attitude, right? They're all just as valid until I would love to disprove myself, because that would mean I made it up. It's not real. But you know what? At this point, I can't do that. I cannot disprove myself because so much stuff intertwines with so many other things. And it takes time to learn to see what am I am seeing something over here moving. It's like going up and down. I saw it over here and now I'm seeing about a light. I don't know what it is. It's like what it looked like was a cobweb go up and down right underneath my lamp here. I don't understand, but I'm seeing movement all over. I guess that means I've breached the veil. They're coming to me, which is actually pretty dope, y'all. Yeah, ufology burnout. Yeah. Sometimes I want to just go see a psychic and say, hey, what's up? Tell me how you've been, and like read the psychic as she does whatever reading she does. And shout out Ethel the Ghost. I don't have a link, but apparently there's this Midwest husband and wife that have a spirit guide hanging out. It's his spirit guide. The ghost is hanging out at the house, spelled her name out. You know what? Let me. Are you guys familiar with Ethel the Ghost? It's on TikTok, but there are some things on YouTube. Okay. Here we go. Here this is. I can't do sound, of course, and no permission. So since I'm not doing sound, I'm just not even going to bother with I'm going to share the screen, and I will narrate what is being said, right? What are you doing now? Oh, and I can't even sing in my own household without the ghost attacking me. So, you know what? I don't care. You do you. The best. You do the best. He's not gonna be able to clean up. You're gonna have to clean up then when you're done. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm about to sing Shabney's your favorite. Here comes the 1, 2, 3. He's singing he's sitting in a salt circle. He's daring this local ghost to come in the circle. How about now? Oh my good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey, babe. It worked. And the title is Watch Our Ghost Prove His Theory Wrong. And the cat tree falls down on him. Well, it worked, but oh yeah, this is just him saying make your own thing. I can't disprove this guy, but he's cashing in on it. But let me ask you, okay? You could see this person, right? You could see this person. Ugh, maybe I'm just a jerk, but that hair and that chin says punch me, please. I'm sorry. What's his name? Brandon Robert, or Brandon and Robert. Okay, I'm gonna just get off of there. I don't want to say I want to go punch a YouTuber, But have y'all heard of that guy? Have y'all heard of him with Ethel? Ethel is some kind of spirit guide, and he did like code words and brought in an internet psychic and everything. It was funny. So shout out, just YouTube Ethel the Ghost, and you'll find that guy with that hair. So that's what brings me back from the toxicity of ufology and things like that, right? And wheeling back around to ufology, there's no real news right now, right? What have we had in the past little while? Drones, whistleblowers, the same whistleblowers, the same government approved whistleblowers. Okay. We have a unique perspective here on the Quantum Show because we have all been in contact one way or another to something on the other side, another dimension, some other place than here. And it really is different than here. I'm not saying up is down, left is right. I'm saying the laws of things don't work there how they work here. Here, I have a book. I write things down in the book. There, reality is written in reality. I don't even know how to explain that, right? Tim, I think you understand what I'm talking about. It's like some Akashic Record stuff. I don't know. I've never been able to achieve the Akashic Record access. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I got a book. It doesn't say how to do it, though. It just talks about how awesome the Akashic Records are. Kind of like remote view. All the books on remote viewing I've ever come across. They're not how to do it. They're like the studies, what we've done, what we've accomplished, but not how to accomplish it for yourself. So off with your bookness. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on in ufology right now. Some stuff in Skip, some people coming out, people talking about stuff from last month, months ago, a year ago, drones. They were ours. Not even worried about it. They were our drones. And but there I still am going on the observed situation until I get more information. This is my observed situation, right? And Tim is showing what link will be in the description after the show. Thank you, Tim. And let's see here. Maybe I missed something. Oh, yes, Nathan, there's an Anna Paulina Luna suggested the FBI replace Arrow with investigating the UFO phenomenon, then report back to Congress. Good, yeah. Defund Arrow. That's what I saw that. FBI replace Arrow. The FBI, I don't know what Arrow is all about, right? Because we have had the FBI. Why did they branch off? We've got the FBI, and they have paranormal studies. Our CIA even has paranormal studies. I push for every office that does any kind of investigation to have a paranormal group, even if it's 2 agents like Mulder and Scully. Everybody should have an X-Files. I would be, and if anybody wants to do that for Nashville, I will be happy to sign on there a contract as investigator for the paranormal. I won't run from the things that scream in the woods. The haunted houses won't scare me away. The cryptids will not run me off. And if I get abducted, I'll have a full report when I get back. You can count on me, Governor of Tennessee. So here's to you, Governor of Tennessee. You need a X-Files? I'm the place to start. I even got my own backpack full of hardware to detect all this stuff. Heck yeah. Right. We definitely couldn't trust the FBI to bring full transparency with ufology. They would cover up also. Yeah, they're all going to cover up. Right. Hey, Pinky Leader, welcome back. A pair of normal studies. I don't know what I was talking about before, so. But welcome back, Pinky Leader. Thanks for coming by the Quantum Show. And I miss the X-Files too, but look around us all right now. We are the X Files. We're the Q Files. No, not really. That's got not such a great annotation now. But we're the ones kind of writing these stories now, but we're not investigating with, like, I'm not going to break out my Apple laptop that's this thick and this big with a tiny little screen. Though that was cool, wasn't it? The X-Files laptops. Oh, they were cool. And jumping into what was it? A Chevy Celebrity? They had a Chevy Celebrity? What? Or a Corsica? Something like that. And they never had Dodge trucks. They never had any of that stuff. They had the cheapest military stuff that was like bought in an auction. For real, go look at the first like 4 seasons of X-Files. They never have cool cars. Never. They're in the most discreet little, like a Corsica or a Celebrity or some kind of station wagon. That was interesting, with cheap like laptops that were not even up to date for then. They were out of date then. I have the out of date computers. I will hook it up. But yeah, I fully support local paranormal investigators sponsored by the state. Now, oh man, when you hear sponsored by the state, you think cover up, because they're all trying to lead the people. I wouldn't do that. It would be open source. Public access is what it would be. It would be public access, and I would make it happen. So if any of these government agencies want to call on my services, hit me up, like and subscribe. I know you're watching me already, so come on. Pick up the phone already. But don't come knocking on my door, because I don't live in the kind of neighborhood where you want to do that, especially in the middle of the night. And if anything happens during the show, I will shout it out. By the way, speaking of shout outs, Lynn is under the weather. And shout out, Lynn, get better. Want you to feel better. White light to you. Okay. And please, in the chat room, everybody, good thoughts to Lynn, right? LA Moon, good thoughts to you. Get better. We need you back. You need to be back. The universe needs you. Okay. You're not done here yet. Sorry. You don't get to go anywhere. You're stuck here in the meat grinder with us. Yeah. So, yeah, unless you are bilitary or trilitary, I don't know what that means. It sounds like it's funny. I mean, this paranormal investigator got a Hyundai and a Grand Marquis. Though I'm really thinking about finding a truck somewhere or building one up. And yeah, ufology is a standstill, and there's nothing really happening. And I'm not one for making news. Make something to have something. No, that's fraud. That's milking it. And I'm not, or making something out of nothing to be able to talk about something. Is there not enough to talk about? All I got to do is look at the cemetery and weird stuff happens. I mean, right here tonight, I had stuff moving. It was moving up and down over here. It was moving up and down over here. I see things out of the sides of my vision all the time, and noises out here all the time. And it's always something, but that's okay. I mean, I don't need to make stuff up. I might not be so into the topics at the moment for some days, but there are other days. And okay, I am not about this fake mainstream narrative, the threat narrative. No. We are in a national conservatory, or we're in some kind of galactic conservation area. That's what we're in. Galactic conservation area. because if anybody wanted to do something, they would have done it. We would have never known it. Or had we known it, I don't know, we would have legends of sky people and things in the forest. And wait a minute, we've got all that. So it happened in the past. We don't need it again. Sky people, Anunnaki. Oh, Anunnaki. There it is. Ancient everything, right? Looking at the chat now. X-Files is definitely the standard. Yeah. And literally knocking on my door without guidance would require a measure of luck, intelligence, and exercise. I live out in the woods. Me too. Because you know what? I saw a meme, and this one applies to us. Imagine having to call someone to let them know you're here because your car isn't loud enough. Let the car be loud, because that will herald your arrival when you get there. Big car, little car, big radio, whatever. And yeah, don't sneak up on people. Like when this Grand Marquis first got to me, it was super whisper quiet. I'm like, this car is going to get me in trouble, and I don't need it. So now I got them nice big fat pipes on it. Sounds great. Sounds awesome. And well, I've learned that, oh, let me do this. Is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I keep forgetting there's a new option on screen, show comments on stage. And Aussie is saying, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum. That's for damn sure. Thank you for the reminder. I need that reminder. I don't know if I've said that all show, and we're 3/4 of the way through. Whoops. So, yeah, I'm going to have to leave a link for the Akashic Records later and a link for Next Files. You know what? Let me write this stuff down. I had a pen. I promise. I had a pen. What did I do with it? I wrote these notes down. What did I write them down with? Nope, not that one. I know I have a pen here somewhere because I wrote all these notes down. Of course, whatever was bouncing up and down. Oh, there it is. It threw my pen. It hid my pen. The ghost hid my pen. I need to put in a link for X-Files, Akashic Records. And whatever else comes up. So, oh yeah, and Amy's show. She did a show about defund the arrow. Link will be in the description after the show. And also, shout out, Good Morning UFO, Alien Girl 111, documents the bodies of craft. Heck yeah. So, where was I? I sidetracked myself, just like every other YouTuber. I can't believe I'm saying I'm a YouTuber. I never thought I'd be doing this. And here I am, wanting to throw my own event. I want to throw my own event. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not down with the fake whistleblowers, the fake ufology, the threat narrative. We are disclosure. Us that can recognize that there's more than this physical world. We're in a box. They're outside the box. We have to go to them. And I did it. Other people have done it too. You can do it. Just eat, I don't know, eat something with tomato sauce before you go to bed. Let yourself not go to sleep. Something that'll keep you awake on the edge of sleep. You will be able to do that. Mindforked? Really? Hey, unknown, what's up? Welcome back to the Quantum Show. I don't know if there's a good word, except, ufology stands still. The name of the show is Being Held Back, and I don't know. In my situation, is my situation a small example of ufology, or is ufology being held back from doing something stupid or stupider? So we don't need another Lou. We don't need another David Grush. Though I like David Grush, but he's still saying approved comments, y'all. Okay. Yeah. Unknown. I am being physically held back from doing a whole lot of stuff. Is ufology being held back from doing a lot of stuff too? Because when I get held back, it's usually something spiritual happening to where I am not supposed to be in that situation. Like I went over my arrest, right? I got arrested. But what would have happened had I not been arrested? Would something worse have happened? I'll never know. And then if I it's always been this way. Even, you know what? Back in El Paso, I was working as a security guard at Physicians Hospital. And I was full time, right? Every time I was there, it was it's something like noon to 6 p.m. or noon to 8 p.m. And every time I was there, whenever I was there, nothing happened. Nothing untoward happened. Nothing worthy of report. I was watching, I was doing rounds, I was doing everything I was supposed to, but nothing was really happening. Whenever I wasn't there, people getting into fights, people pulling guns, driving crazy through the parking lot. Now, I'm talking after they opened. I was there for a while. Before they opened, they were still building up. And then after they opened, and when I was there on duty, hardly, if anything, ever happened. And then when I would come back after a couple of days off, and they were like in the middle of the week, right? I worked the weekends. Everything seemed to go down when I was not there. And I really don't know. So if I'm being held back, does that mean, am I a small example of a bigger thing happening? Are other things being held back from doing something stupid? Because usually coming from the spirit side, for me, I don't know what ufology would have stopping them other than those guys up there or interdimensionals, whatever. And yeah, I do believe in the interdimensionals. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean, the unknown. What do you mean? I think ufology disclosure is not going to come from the government. Disclosure is not, we are disclosure. I'll say it again. I know I get accused of, you're always repeating yourself because it's important. Yeah, there are a lot of ufology channels. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the state of reality of the United States and the world, right? I'm not talking about channels on YouTube. I mean, what are they doing? Why do they exist? You know, what are they talking about? And we're ufology. We are disclosure. Go out, have yourself an experience. You don't have to even go anywhere. Just, I don't know, drink some cayenne pepper coffee, which is badass, by the way. Whoa, you want to talk about good? And I got the mushroom coffee cooking in there today too. So I am expanding as we go. So yeah, we are disclosure, and I will maintain. I disagree with Chris O'Leary. He's been on a lot of spaces. He's talked to Amy. He's talked to a bunch of people. I disagree with him that they're trying to take over the world the slow way. They don't need the slow way. Just kill 3/4 and take over the rest of it. But they don't want to do that. They're not doing that. Why aren't they doing that? They seem to be we're in a wildlife preserve and we're the endangered animals. Okay. That's why we are disclosure, because some of us have our experiences. A lot of us, let's go through them. Contactee, abductee in the bad way, right? We have the breeding program, which is a lot of these overlap, right? The breeding program. Then we have just UFO witnesses. And then we have cryptid people like BMR, right? And a lot of, okay, disclosure, I don't think Bigfoot is an alien. I think Bigfoot is a branch of humanity that evolved differently than us. Why do I say that? I'm wrapping up the show with this. Why do I say that? Because we got bugs that live under glaciers, bugs that live in in volcanic vents and in volcanoes. How do they live there? They're adapted. That's an extreme environment. We can't go there. We have to stick a long thing somewhere, pull it out, and there's bugs in the middle of fire. There's bugs in the middle of frozen water, ammonia water. Those are extreme environments. We can't go there. That doesn't mean they can't go there. They're meant to be there. They live there. Why not Bigfoot? Bigfoot lives in an extreme environment that we can't perceive. How do we perceive the inside of a volcano? With tools. Under a glacier. With tools. We can't send anything into extra dimensional yet. We're working on it, right? And remote viewers and people who have ability to see and remote viewers, I don't know, psychics, real empaths, people who can speak to ghosts, speak to animals, feel things around them, right? Those are the ones that can go and talk to Bigfoot. So make friends anyway. That's a good question. Why are the lights that come with Bigfoot sightings? Why are there lights that come with Bigfoot sightings? Who knows? Because I think Bigfoot is bringing them with them, bringing a little bit of their area with them, their atmosphere, their environment with them as they come along. Like the bull shark, bull sharks, very well understood creatures. They live in the ocean. They're saltwater dwellers. However, they can go. What they've been known to do this for several years now, is they will have some kind of gland orifice in their tail section that will secrete salt so they can be in fresh water, and they go and steal fish out of people's catches. They will do that. People have been hand feeding bull sharks, okay, in fresh water. They come in, they carry their own salt water with them. And then when they're done or they have a hard time existing in fresh water, they take out back to the ocean. Google it. I'm not making this stuff up. Earth's weird. Earth is really weird. Hey, Raven. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you. I will be doing the panel soon. Thank you, Diane. Unknown. Yeah. He's saying, going back, Bigfoot sightings or encounters, there's always a light. Yeah, there always is a light. There's always a light. Thank you. I think you're talking about my comparisons to bull sharks and the Arctic and the volcanic bugs. And I'm not talking about, they're not microscopic. They're bugs, like worms and beetles and stuff. Well, the orb is what is seen here. I don't know about Sasquatch astral project into those orbs. Is it a side effect? I believe this orb phenomenon is a side effect of a different density coming here and being squished down. The perceptive energetic part here, while it exists here, is turned into an orb. Not ball lightning, but orbs. They're on YouTube. Okay. Everybody, this has been the first hour quantum show. I hope you enjoyed it. Went over Robot Jim's action figures, which are freaking fantastic. Talking about doing trading cards with all the art that I come up with and what anybody comes up with and sends me about the show. And any credit will be given. Any credit due will be given. If I do make any kind of published works, which would be, mostly free, you can print your own. Talking about, I want to do a paranormal conference. Talking about the action figures, ufology at a standstill, being held back. Is ufology being held back? Yeah, I think I did pretty good. All right. I think we covered everything. And I will go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm going to send you a photo. Just let me know what you see. If you see anything. Okay. Well, I have a desktop screen. I will check it out. Okay. And yeah, I helped Raven see stuff in her pictures that she didn't see before because she's looking at it on a little screen. Put that thing on a big screen. You will see much more detail. Taught that by Shingoji. He showed me how to do that. Well, he showed me that it is valuable to have it on a big screen. Ain't that right, Raven? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Renee. Unknown, I will look forward to getting your email. Links in the description of things we talked about after the show. Email link, contact link is in there now. I forgot to pin it to the top, but I have PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to support the show. Everything from here on out is going towards me going to the Bigfoot conference in July. So shout out Bigfoot conference. What is it called? Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference. Yep. Aussie is giving me the light. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're here. You're quantum, and that is certifiable quantum. If anybody wants to argue, tell them to come. Watch the show. Like, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. I'm joking. Okay. Be back in the panel soon. 20, 30 minutes, give or take. You know the deal. Got to get ready. Got to take a break. Thanks, everybody. Pushing buttons. I will be back in just a little while. Pushing those buttons. Pushing.